In this short video, I'm going to explain to you the main modality that I use to support the majority of the transformative work that I do, and why it is so powerful and how it can help you. Hi, my name is Debbie and I am founder of Green Star Healing, and I also run a community on Skool called Belief Alchemy Collective, and we meet every week for live belief alchemy sessions under the moon, and we transform our beliefs. And the reason why I do this is to help women to get unstuck. Why do you feel stuck? Normally the outcome that you're reaching for doesn't feel safe to your subconscious. So when the outcome doesn't feel safe, your brain will not connect the dots to go there. So no plan, no course, no willpower will argue with that, and it will show up as things like self-doubt that won't shift, confidence that never quite shows up, physical pain in your body with no clear cause, anxiety that switches on for no reason, wanting more than sabotaging it, and feeling stuck and not sure why. So your brain and nervous system is really just doing its job, but just maybe a little bit too well. So it starts with a seed. Every experience that you've ever had has shaped who you are today. So a single moment can become a life pattern. Right in the beginning, a moment can plant a seed. Something that happened when you were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years of age can plant a tiny seed, and a tiny mind decides in that moment, for example, I'm not important, I'm not worthy. And that seed grows roots, and so from that day the subconscious quietly collects evidence, more and more evidence, through friendships, through school, through work, through love, and it finds proof everywhere because it's looking for it. And then that root and those roots grow, and they then start to run your life. So decades later, the person that's overlooked, overgiving, overexhausted has no idea that it all traces back to one moment at nursery school or primary school. And your experience might be different, but it's that comment or a loss or a door that closed that changed everything in that moment. So why nothing you've tried has worked before? Well, picture that seed fully grown. It's now a big tree with deep roots and not feeling good enough or worthy enough or important enough. And what most approaches do is cut the branches, try to get you to think positive, push through, talk about it, and they work on what shows above the ground. And things might look okay for a while, but then the same pattern will grow back because the root was never touched. But what belief coding does is it pulls out the root. It goes underground to the seed itself, and the old belief is removed at the root, and a new seed is planted in its place, whether that's self-worth, confidence, or feeling enough. So now the tree grows back the same, but this time it feels how it looks. Your emotions are a protection system. So feelings are not random. Every emotion that you've ever felt was doing one of two jobs. Emotions that expand. So good feelings move you towards things, whether it's joy, excitement, curiosity. And thousands of years ago, these pushed us to explore, to search, to grow, and they still do. Then we have emotions that protect. So negative feelings that pull you back from things, whether that's fear, dread, doubt. And back then, feeling scared meant real danger, so we retreated. And that reflex actually kept us alive. But here's the problem. Your brain does not know the difference between real danger and imagined danger. And so if your subconscious has decided that the thing you want is a threat, it makes you repel the very thing that you're trying to reach. Same alarm, wrong century. So the subconscious cage, beliefs locked in by identity, and this is the loop keeping you exactly where you are right now. Beliefs create your identity. Every belief exists to build a picture of who you are. I'm the sensible one, I'm not confident, money is hard for people like me. Identity keeps you safe. When you say who you have always been, you're predictable. And predictable feels safe, so your subconscious defends that identity to the very end. Your mind collects evidence. It replays the same situations and feelings over and over to prove that the beliefs are true. Same thoughts, same emotions, same week on repeat. It makes no sense rationally. Beliefs make no sense to logic. They make perfect sense to the parts of you keeping score. So this is where belief coding comes in. It changes the belief underneath the feeling. So before, the feeling decides what you do, which stops you doing things, and you can't understand why you don't do the things you want to. You know you want to, but you feel stuck, and you've tried everything, and nothing works. You don't know how to fix how you feel, and you're unsure why. But after, the feeling no longer runs the show, so you can act. The change, hold, you are just different. Increase confidence, and so you move toward what you want, and you feel calm. You have clarity, you have an increased sense of self and motivation, and you feel yourself again. So what actually happens? You don't need to understand beliefs. You just need to understand there's an old instruction underneath the belief, and it can be changed. Find the seed. We follow the feeling back to the moment that the belief was first planted. Not endless talking, not reliving your past, just finding the root. Number 2, we release the emotion. We clear the emotion that's kept that belief locked in. People often describe a physical weight leaving the body. And number 3, we plant a new seed. So a new belief is coded in its place, so your subconscious stops protecting you from the life that you actually want. So why it works. No matter what you're facing, we work with the belief that's telling your subconscious the outcome is not safe. We make it safe so that you get the outcome that you want. Whether it's anxiety, confidence and self-doubt, money blocks, fears, phobias, physical pain, or even menopause. Whatever it is that you're experiencing right now, belief coding can work for you. So this is not just another wellness trend, it is actually evidence-based and it's measurable. And so very few methods in this space can actually say that. But we're in the top 0.5% of transformational techniques worldwide. We've even run brain scans and we've got the data to show the change that happens, not just in what people say, but we actually have the scientific data now. We're PubMed-indexed, so we're listed in the same medical research database used by Harvard, Oxford and Stanford. And it's peer-reviewed and it's published. A 100% of the participants in a study that we did of women experiencing menopause experienced improved symptoms. 89% experienced a moderate effect or more. And the brain scan data shows that and captures it before and after. And this is just one snapshot of one study that's taken place on how belief coding can help you. And these are just some of the stories from inside my community. I hold mostly group belief coding sessions in my community called moon coding, because we do the belief coding session and we follow the lunar cycle and we tap in to the planetary energies at that time and we bring through whatever it is we need to release. And these are just some examples of people in my community who have had breakthroughs and experienced inner awareness, self-trust. They've worked through issues of abandonment and visibility, anxiety, and it's led to a lot of strong self-trust, inner wisdom and empowerment. And if you think that this won't work for you, if that crosses your mind, then that's just there to protect you. But what if you actually just allow yourself for a moment to think, maybe this could work for you? So what does a session actually, what is it actually like? You don't really need to worry too much about that, because I will guide you through everything. I'll help you to feel safe, and you will just feel the shift, and you'll leave with something new. Whether you want to work with me one-on-one, or whether you want to work with me in my group container, you will still experience the same shift, and you will still leave with something new. I will guide you through the entire process. I will help you in that moment to feel very safe. Even in the group sessions that I run on a weekly basis, the women feel extremely safe and held. You don't even need to share anything in the group belief coding sessions if you don't wish to. You will be the one that owns your own inner system and guidance system. I'm just there to hold space and to guide you through it. You will make the connection, and then you will feel the shift. So you're one of two people now. The one person who maybe kept cutting the branches back and maybe just ended up staying exactly where they were. Or the other person that decided they wanted to pull the root out and finally to get out of their own way. So if something in you recognized itself in these slides that I've shown you here, then that's not a coincidence, because that's the part of you that's ready. And that step is just one conversation away. So I invite you to join me to allow you to step into this new world of where we can make things possible. And if you would like to work together with me, as I said before, one of my main spaces where I'm holding space for people at the moment is in my Belief Alchemy Collective, which I currently host on Skool, on the Skool platform. And every week we meet for live moon coding, which is ultimately where we do the belief coding work together as a collective, and we do it under the lunar cycle. So we work with the different moon phases, and we use this to pull forward anything that's needed to be released. So we work across new moon, first quarter moon, full moon, and last quarter. And across this 29-day lunar cycle, I also provide other things in my community as well. So I have a workbook, I share different prompts on different beliefs that can be connected to the lunar cycle and to astrology. And once a month, I actually do a belief coding session inside the Akashic Records. And so that adds a completely different level of energy and transformation. The ladies that come regularly to my session have committed to that ongoing inner work, to really build a very deep self-trust, to develop their inner knowing, their inner wisdom, because I believe that all of our answers are within us. And sometimes we just need somebody else to help, to hold the space, to guide us. And that's what this does for you. Of course, if you prefer to work with me one-on-one, then I can do this as well. I can put together plans to work one-to-one across the lunar cycle, or it might just be that you want to work on a specific thing with me. I've had people come for one-to-one for things like money, anxiety, smoking, addictions, absolutely anything that you need to work on, belief coding can work for you. So I hope that's answered a few questions for you, and I really look forward to seeing you soon. The link is in my bio above, and I can't wait to see you soon. Bye for now.